Is this
No, we've never seen this one.
lots of power? Lots of power.
Yes.
It's a order.
We can get started? All right. I'd like to call this May 30th, 2023 Washington County Planning Agency meeting to order. First order, go ahead. Go ahead and get started.
There are two referrals that have been submitted to the planning agency today. One is under other because it didn't meet the county noticing. The first one is a referral for a project under the Town of Port Edward Zoning Board of Appeals, who's considering granting a use variance. And the it's on for 523 Lower Oak Street, tax ID 163.6-3-19.3, and the proposal is to open a retail deli and convenience store, and the owner occupies the apartment on the second floor, and it's in an R2 zone. The purpose of GNL review is 500 feet of right of way of County Route 40, which I asked the town about that because I couldn't find it on Google. Skylar Street. So the project proposals to open a deli convenience on a parcel currently used as a warehouse in R2 moderate density residential zone. There was a concern brought up at the town meeting about light trespass. It sounds from the reading the description, it may have been addressed. Proposing parking spaces for 12 to 14 cars and handicap.
Second floor.
I know, isn't it?
We love somebody who eats lunch in this part of the world.
Your personal life.
So I don't get a vote. I've been used for quite a few things. There's some we're in a daycare for a while.
Daycare review.
There's been a few since I've been here. It's been through the cycle for a few different attempts.
So it's zone commercial, but this specific use is not allowed.
That's correct. Yes, I included the R2 allowances in the packet that you have. And, or, you know, there's other uses in the area that are all down the street.
It's about as low road as you get. It's pretty close to it.
Well, parking spot seems like an awful lot. Is that a requirement in their zoning?
It does, I do.
I think they're just, because that's what they
They
currently
have to
have.
stay.
They currently have 12 parking lots or so, yeah.
It's gonna be a
Right.
big cement desert.
So
My only concern is that a use variance requires more of a strict review than an area variance, and to the municipal board needs to take a look at this and make sure that it's hitting all the requirements before they can.
Right, because the to meet the test of a use variance, it's required that every of the 5, my little card, or 4 criteria for.
It's already a pretty highly trafficked road.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, well, no, I know, I'm just saying that for other things, variances, that's. But the thing, but I mean, for our, it's how it's gonna affect overall county operations.
Right.
That's the fact.
So matter of concern with the municipal board utilization of the specific criteria for use.
Yes, when Chris had one like this in residential, to review the requirements.
Yeah, the strict
Right.
speed test.
Yeah.
Maybe if we could attach the item.
I can, and I have.
Okay, great, thank you. I'll second that.
Second. Any further dialogue?
Who moved?
I did.
Okay. Who seconded? Okay. I wasn't with you now.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Carries.
The second referral is for a project under the Town of Fort Anne Planning Board consideration for approval of site plan. The applicant is Mary Weicker of Bootown. The address is 11225 New York State Route 149, tax ID 112-1-12.4. And this is for a seasonal Halloween experience destination for October. It's like 12 days in October. And the parking lot will use from November to spring is for RV and boat storage. Purpose of the GML review is that it's 500 feet right of way of New York State Route 149, a boundary of county-owned land containing a public building. That would be which is next to the town facility, and a boundary of a farm operation located in Ag District 7. I just quickly bulleted some of the points here. Currently undeveloped, no permanent structures, open 12 days in October, 100 to 200 car parking on the southern border of the property along the New York State Route 149. And then there's been a little back and forth between the local board and the applicants. They submitted a violation of site plan review after they were operating for the first year last year. And so then some amendments were added to the resolution that was adopted in August of 2022, and the applicant has requested an addition to amendments. And I have also noted that this is the first time this project has come to Washington County Planning Agency, because in their minutes from, have it in your packet there, the date there, they noted that they were waiting to move forward on the project to hear from the planning agency, the county planning agency. I had to do a little investigation to see did we receive this. We have no record, and the planning board secretary confirmed that it wasn't ever sent to us. So that was why that note is in there. And here's some drawings the drawings are in the packet. It's larger. Yeah.
Talking about your Halloween project.
Yeah, that's what I was stopping in for.
All right, well, here it is. Pam just went over.
What did you say was the capacity?
100 and 200 large variance.
In and out of one driveway.
I can just share with you the thoughts from the board.
Sure.
Is that this is an over-aggressive planning board. Just don't like the project personally. That knoll that comes down, where they see the water is running from, that's been there since all kinds of history. That just didn't start because she's been there. It's always traditionally, the water has always run. I've lived all my life, the water come down in heavy rainstorms. So
Well, from our perspective, it's overall county impact and traffic and things like that. It's mostly operating at night, right? So it's not gonna.
In the evening, I
Evenings,
think,
right.
because
So,
they have children.
They're gonna do early, it'll be early afternoon moving, so like when it's light outside, still at the children.
She operates 8 hours a year, that's all she operates.
and so it's not gonna affect our operations, which are down the road. It's the traffic on 149, so I guess I defer.
But the state already approved her to come in and out of there.
They gave her a curb cut, because the sight lines are good.
And the problem with the front, I don't know if they mentioned it there, because you probably didn't. The reason that the call was not in as we speak is because where they went to put it, there's asbestos pipe underneath the concrete. Someone, I don't know if it's the village or whoever, laid it there when they put it up there, so they're waiting in there, so they stay for the call.
I think I'm a little confused about a cold. There, I guess that hasn't been brought up yet in our discussion of this.
Okay, well, the reason I'm saying that is because you were talking about the waterfall.
No, we haven't.
Okay, I thought Jim was mentioning.
No.
No, we're talking about just the site plan for
Yeah.
the hot.
If you look at the amendments, it kind of details some of the things that the board were concerned about and that the plan has,
Okay,
or applicant has expressed.
But none of those is really county.
Right.
Deep water.
I don't think it's impacting others.
Yeah, my only question was, does it go to the state for review? It's their road and it does.
Well, what's his name? Start teaching Evan.
Eric,
Eric has been involved in it.
But in general, no, things that are referred to the county, like this project would not also get, that's why. Yeah. But 149 is a very busy road and people drive very quickly. I mean, I would be concerned about 100, 200 cars a night pulling in and out of there, especially midday or, mid-afternoon when people are commuting. I think that maybe should be a consideration to traffic. There was maybe a way to put another or signage or something. I'm not sure how that's been addressed.
Well, I think, number one, I think she cleaned up this second issue. Here, what happened last year was the planning board finally got around to giving you go on it. She had issues with negative power into the place. So there was a lot of things that were accomplished then that they were, she had planned on prior to. And as far as the traffic, our big highways part is located right next to it, as well as the county, still just cuts down, just don't open.
Yes, but the volume, like, a couple of highway trucks in and out, or like, for what her other operation is throughout the year is not 100 to 200 cars at a time.
Well, down the road, just down the road. We got a family dinner, it takes 200-300 cars out of there. It's not going for that.
Yeah, it just should be a consideration in the site plan.
No,
It's a high volume.
I understand, but I think, in fairness to 149 in our comprehensive plan, because it's a main thoroughfare, that's kind of where we open commercial. 149 or before.
Absolutely, but sometimes commercial interests also need to take into consideration traffic flow. So I'm not sure what would trigger, additional treatments on a state road, but quantity of in and out traffic.
So we're talking about the comments. Some big traffic into account on in their review.
It is a brief period of time, but that also might make an impact on people that they're not expecting something to change so dramatically in 2 weeks or 2 weeks as a year. Again, yeah, I think it's a matter of local concern. I would just make the comment of maybe traffic circulation to the site and not to 149.
Seconds. All right, any further dialogue or comment? All in favor, go ahead, Sue.
Oh, no.
All in favor, signal saying aye.
She said over. She said over.
Now we'll pass it on to other.
I'm reading the text that we do. The Hudson Water, the steps they need to take to go through the design. And I think that's correct. We'll meet with them, review the site plan, and coming forward now. Then it comes here.
Yep.
Kind of have a road, state road.
Yep.
So we need to look at
Your board is referred to us.
Before they make a final decision.
We have, 30 days.
Is there anything that the town should be looking at?
So the point is the town looks at its thing and it sends it to us. We look at it to see if there are any larger county impacts. Like this, you know, since it's a major road, that's what triggered it. It's on a major road, it's not a municipal boundary, things like that. So you are the nuts and bolts and we're kind of the bigger picture. And then our bigger picture goes back because the folks in Salem might be thinking about Salem and we're thinking about people who want to get through Salem on the way to someplace else. So,
And the impact, like knowing where the project is, the impact on that is gonna,
but we can't go first.
right, exactly.
We need to know what your concerns are and then see if we have any additional concerns or things we'd like you to focus on. That's why it comes through you to us and then back.
Is that the corner of 64 and 22?
Yeah, and it's interesting. Because Lee Hill is on the opposite side.
Yep.
And the food trucks and the salvage trucks going in and out of that trench. And major vehicles are going to be going. So it's going to be a place for vehicles. So just exit and entrance off from the state and staying full traffic. So it limits traffic.
That may be United. Well, that's a short term that they're running the 10-minute trucks, right? It's in the spring and in the fall, or is it all year long?
Depends on the storage unit. Yeah, I mean, if you
Well,
want
they
to
fill in the trenches.
they're from the trenches, yeah. So that one big salvage trench. And then that's where the food trucks. More. It's very. It'd be interesting just to look at the season. Yeah. And see which is the best. Yep. And we go with traffic.
There's nothing preventing you guys from looking at that stuff too.
What's that?
There's nothing preventing the town from looking at those things. We're kind of like an extra overview. It's the town that runs the project. So the town can decide where they want things, how they want things to happen. It's just, we're here because sometimes the town gets so focused in, they aren't looking at something bigger. So if you have concerns about traffic and things like that, your planning board certainly doesn't have to wait for us to start talking to the people running the project and saying, look, these are impacts that we need to address. And then when it gets to us, we'll go, oh, these are the problems. They looks like they've already solved them. We're happy as a clam and I'm back it'll go. So
It'll make it easier if the local planning board, you know, already anticipates. And the biggest thing for us is gonna be the issue at the county is gonna be the traffic. So if they're already anticipating, they come to the plan and it looks like for us is like, oh, okay, cool. You know, it just makes our instead of, and it makes the process easier too, because if they come with a plan and we're good with that part, that traffic plan, it's not gonna stop them another month from, you know, getting, you know, from having to, you know, accept what the county had proposed. And the county says, oh, that's great, cool. You know, they can move forward rather, you know, at least a month quicker than previous.
So it sounds like you already have a sense of what the issues are going to be at your town level, so you can just address them there.
Definitely. Sidewalk. Exit. maintenance. Where structure will go. Because I can't go on. Structure can't be based on.
I mean, there's no, an actress doesn't. Development. It just means there's a form that needs to be put up, just make sure you're not. Yeah, it should be. There just might be a few more considerations when reviewing it.
We have manure runoff from fields in your parking lot.
That's interesting. I was thinking more about they have to do the irrigation off the bottom of the trench. And then they have to spray it over top of the field. which is directly across the road, and if anybody's know that, the water that is, comes down out on that side, which the stench is unbelievable. It's the DEC thing that they do.
That's kind of like the opposite of usually the review is how the development impacts the agricultural use. But of course, the opposite is the consideration.
And they only do it 20-minute intervals because otherwise they choke out the neighbors.
And somebody going to a healthcare facility because they don't feel well,
Yes.
getting a load of that.
That's what they want. That's good. They're happy. They're thrilled. Been very clear about it.
Excuse me, sorry. Anything come up before the board today?
I just have one other
Is it-
thing, okay, I want to apologize if I sound sensitive about the project. That's, there's one neighbor that's creating all the issues, the others have no problems with it. It's really, I was there 2 nights last year, cars are coming in and out. People have said that they stopped at the brewery, pub, have dinner on the way in, or they stopped at the general store, pick up a bunch of stuff, those types of things. It's bringing business, a lot of those cars are off plates. It's bringing people, it's for those 8 days, it puts a tremendous amount of business into the ton of 40 and the Washington County sales tax, those kind of things. So I think that kind of like short-term rentals, they're bringing people in.
I want to reiterate Sam's comments there that tourism creates economic development in small communities, so. Yeah. And another point to that was the haunted, I love New York package. Yeah, the unbelievable amount of, press and informational package we've had sent out as a result of that. I just want to reiterate that. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that.
It really is.
The other thing that scares me the most about the whole project, and I know it's not in your report either, but I'll tell you about it, is that field across the road, across, is a big cornfield that Walker's has. Times of the year, from there all the way down to the building 40, and there's nothing but the door. Tanks leak out through there, and it comes down through there, cars come over there. But that's part of nature based. It is what it is.
I like how you used the word scare in regards to this project.
Kind of fit right in there, right? Yeah. No, I'm really more concerned about that than the traffic coming out there. Could come over this hill, I'm just doing whatever they want.
Well, they cannot do that. They can't. They do it, but they can't. Like if we have to go out and clean up because the sheriff calls us out, we charge them to clean it up. So they're not supposed, they try to get.
It's a state highway, state highways.
No, we
149.
clean up on the county.
Okay,
highways,
so
but the
it's
state,
149 is a state highway, that's where the issue is.
and the state would have to come out, and if there's if county control, call them out for it. So it's not, just spread it wherever you want. They are not supposed to.
No, I know that, but I've had employees come down from Whitehall that work down here, see, we go under Whitehall where their fields, it's the same thing, it's liquid, like Sue said, it's all liquid, just pours out of the trucks.
Got it in White Creek too.
It's not unusual, I mean, it's there.
We oftentimes joke about maybe the farmers can keep more in the field than on the road.
Yeah.
So you had another,
I was on the tourism.
Yeah.
I think that revenue are getting that from the parent. So that that's- people are staying in the cells.
sounds like a good birthday gift for Roger.
How do you know I'm already?
All right, nothing else coming before the board. We adjourn for this month.
Then
Thank you.
again, I apologize.
Actually, something